Welcome to The Explainer. Look, if you've been following the life sciences space recently, specifically around mid-2026, you know that throwing artificial intelligence into the mix isn't just some neat little option anymore. It's literally becoming the baseline necessity if you want to accelerate your research. Today, we're breaking down an absolute game changer in this space, Anthropic's groundbreaking leap into life sciences with the launch of Claude Science. We're going to explore exactly how this platform works, what it means for the industry as a whole, and most importantly, what it means for your career.
Okay, let's dive right into this roadmap. First up, we'll cover the need for smart science. Then, Anthropic launches Claude Science. Third is the ultimate unified workspace. After that, solving scientific reproducibility. Then we'll hit early adopters and applications. And finally, future-proofing your career.
Part 1, the need for smart science. To really grasp the massive scale of this shift, we kind of have to look at the underlying infrastructure problem in biology today. Our source material shares a great story that perfectly illustrates this. The narrator was recently on a video call with a buddy living in a city in Bihar, and this friend was showing off the roads, the sewage systems, and this just incredible traffic congestion. The city's infrastructure was completely struggling to keep up with its own rapid growth. And as they brainstormed how to fix these massive issues, they hit on a really simple, profound realization. The only answer to progress is technology. To make a city smart, you have to inject tech into its very veins, right? Well, the exact same principle applies to modern scientific research. If we want our science to be smart, it desperately needs a tech upgrade.
And this brilliantly illustrates our hook. Just as AI fixes city traffic by optimizing lights in Bangalore to keep cars moving smoothly, it is the only viable option to unblock modern biological research. Biologists today are stuck in a massive traffic jam of manual data analysis, endless coding loops, and totally fragmented workflows. We desperately need that exact same traffic control for life sciences.
Which brings us to part 2. Anthropic launches Claude Science. This is the major news announcement that officially brings this whole smart concept to life.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark contrast in strategy. Think about the broader AI landscape right now. You've got companies like OpenAI heavily focused on launching new consumer voice models and general chat features. But Anthropic? They are going 1,000 steps ahead by building an entire life sciences department. They are deliberately tackling biological research, which, let's be honest, is arguably the toughest market in the world.
This officially launched on June 30th, 2026. And actually, let me clarify something right off the bat. This isn't just a new model or a standard chatbot. Claude Science is a fully dedicated scientific environment running on the wildly powerful Claude Opus 4.8. And the best part? There is absolutely no special access or gating required. It is totally democratized, meaning any researcher, anywhere, can start using it immediately.
Part 3, the ultimate unified workspace. Let's move right into the technical engine of Claude Science to show exactly how it solves that workflow fragmentation we talked about.
So, think about the sheer scale of this platform. It instantly connects researchers to over 60 scientific databases. 60. All those hours you used to spend just pulling data, formatting it, trying to make sense of it across 50 different browser tabs. Yeah, that friction is just gone.
And it pulls all of your previously disjointed tools into one single powerful environment. Whether you are pulling literature from PubMed, writing Python scripts in Jupyter notebooks, crunching complex statistical data in R clusters, or working directly in terminal environments, it brings the whole shebang together. You never have to constantly switch contexts or jump between apps anymore.
By definition, Claude Science is a unified AI environment natively pre-configured for genomics, proteomics, structural biology, and drug discovery that can render 3D protein structures and genome browser tracks. It literally speaks your language right out of the box. And the model's intelligence actively helps you multitask and even run powerful computing clusters. It is literally like having an all-in-one laboratory built right into your laptop.
Part 4, solving scientific reproducibility. Now let's shift to one of the absolute biggest pain points in modern science and how this tool serves as the definitive cure. Let's move to NJOT and see how this builds a perfect chain of reproducibility for every single experiment. As any scientist knows, doing the experiment is only half the battle, right? The workflow here is brilliant. First, it combines your coding and computational resources. Second, it generates your visual data figures. But here is the real kicker. Step 3. It outputs the exact code, the specific computational environment, and a plain language description of exactly how it made that figure. No more guessing what some researcher did in a lab 5 years ago. It gives everyone the exact recipe.
Part 5, Early Adopters and Applications. Let's transition to some real-world validation, because this isn't just theoretical, it is already in the hands of top institutions.
Just look at who is using this right now to solve incredibly complex biological problems. We've got Manifold Bio using it for protein structure prediction and chemoinformatics. Over at the Allen Institute, neuroscientist Jerel Moak is leveraging it for single-cell RNA sequencing and complex CRISPR screen designs. And at UCSF, Stephen Francis is actively applying it to research on brain tumor cancers. This is live, it is being tested by the best, and the early results are absolutely staggering. Section 6, Future-Proofing Your Career. Let's talk about what this massive industry shift means for you personally. So the crucial point is that Claude Science is poised to completely revolutionize computational biology, just as AlphaFold did for protein folding. To quote our source here, you are going to see impossible things being done. If you're in computational biology right now, adapting to these tools isn't just a fun little advantage anymore, it's an absolute necessity to stay relevant. So how do you actually get up to speed? Well, institutions like Biotechnica are stepping up to bridge this educational gap. They've launched AI and drug discovery training programs that give you direct access to the Claude Science model, along with a comprehensive training program. And get this, it includes an internship at Biotechnica CRO, which you can do online or offline in Bangalore, and provides real opportunities to work on projects and publish actual papers with expert scientists. It is a clear, straightforward path to mastering this tech and becoming a top-tier scientist. Which brings us to the end of our explainer, and I want to leave you with this ultimate question. Are you ready to become a future-proofed scientist? The tools are finally here. The industry is shifting rapidly, and the next great wave of biological research is waiting to be unlocked. Thanks so much for joining me today. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.